So you are the old head. What's it like? Kind of. Hey, you. This is your group. This is your offensive group. This is your group of receivers. What's it like for you right now?
I think I've kind of been developing into that role over these last couple years, last year and then this year. I'm pretty much, like the oldest guy besides, or at least the oldest guy that's like been here for a while. I think Tristan's older than me, but it's been cool just to like kind of develop as a leader and try to like just get the guys just to buy in every day and set that standard in the room.
Mention a guy like Tristan Smith. Just what traits does he bring to this receiver room? What do you think? How can that add to this?
He just has a different body type for sure. He brings a lot of personality as well. He got 6'5" frame. Sometimes you'll see a ball and it's like no way he's getting to it, or no way he's like getting up that high, and then somehow he just brings it down with them just them long arms and frame he has. So he brings obviously length, and then he's just a fun guy to be around. I've got a chance to be around him outside of football, and he's just a joy to be around.
Is there any appreciation, do you think, just him being a former JUCO guy from Southeast Missouri State here, like utility appreciates the opportunity just to be here?
Oh, for sure. He's real down to earth, and I mean, football's first with that guy. Like, he don't care about any of the NIL or money, anything like that. He just wants to play football, and he said that to me personally from day one he got here. His story, you'll probably get to learn if you don't know. He comes from a pretty rough background, and just like the opportunity that Coach Sweeney gave him here, I know he really appreciated that, and I mean, I think it means the world to him just to be on this team, but I know he's not complacent, and he's going to work every day and try to get on that field day one.
You had a decision back in January to go, whether to go pro. I guess how close were you to move to the NFL and what to make you decide to return to Clemson?
Yeah, it was obviously a very tough decision. A lot of thought put into it. It took me a while to come to a decision, but at the end of the day, I felt like I had a great opportunity to come back, win a national championship, and just cement myself as one of the best receivers to come around through here. So that's my goal. Hopefully I can put together a great season, and as a team, we can achieve all our goals and win the big thing.
What does it mean when players like Cade, Blake Miller, K. Martin kind of return for their final seasons? I guess what does that kind of mean for the makeup of this team in 2020?
We definitely have grown up, and we've seen what the top looks like. And last year with that playoff loss versus Texas, I think we all learned a lot from that. And that was our first time, or my class's first time in the playoffs. So I think that was good for us. Obviously, we don't want it to end there. So with all the experience we have coming back, I think that's really going to help us in being able to finish games like those.
What was your big takeaway from that playoff game then? You're like, okay, now I know this going forward, and it's going to help you if you go back to the playoffs this time.
I think really I think as a team, even though we lost, it was just a great experience to be a part of, and a great atmosphere. Like a playoff game, playoff setting is just really different, especially away in a place like Texas. It kind of feels like surreal, but I mean, that's what we came here to do, is be in games like that. So, I mean, I think that was good for us, and we're going to try to take the next step moving forward.
Just going back to the decision to come back, I mean, you talk about having a chance to be one of the best receivers to come through here. Like, can you talk about that with Coach Sweeney? Is there anybody in your family? Like, who do you lean on when you're making that decision? Or was it just yourself when you kind of came to that realization?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I was talking with all the coaches, and when they were trying to get me, to convince me to come back and stuff, as well as my family. So I think a big word thrown around was legacy, and I felt like leaving early, not really ending it the way I want to, wouldn't have been a great finish to my career here at Clemson. So, I mean, legacy was a big part of it.
Last year, Tyler had a similar injury you had 2 years ago, and you had to come back and go through all that. Has he kind of leaned on you, and how have you communicated with him, like what, those feelings and how to get through it and to get back to where he was 2 years ago?
I mean, obviously coming off a great freshman season like he did, you can kind of just go through the motions, and I was in the same position as him with the injury happening and missing your whole sophomore season when everybody expects you to be out there after a great freshman campaign. So, yeah, I mean, I've kind of tried to take them under my wing and just do the things I did differently from year 2 to year 3, just like with recovery mainly, just staying in the treatment room, getting cold tub after every practice, and just taking care of your body. So, I mean, you can't blame anybody but yourself if things don't work out.
How has he responded? How did he respond to that?
Oh, he's been there with me every day. He's probably in the cold tub right now without me, for sure.
Coach Lee was talking about you guys have 6 bona fide dudes at receiver. I mean, how does that change the complexion of the room? Like, how much competition is there? Just you want to be the first 3 guys out there? Like, how's it a different dynamic having that much experience?
I think obviously that competition is going to make us better, make us grow. Everybody's hungry to get out there on the field, and I mean, whoever starts, if you get tired, we're not going to be out there running around lackadaisical or anything. Like, you call your sub in, and he's going to be ready to go. So I think Coach Sweeney's been saying have 2 waves of terror. So first and second string, we're going to wear teams down and on both sides of the ball.
You guys kind of mentioned last year, entering 2024 season, like the wide receiver, you titled that goes on. I guess entering this season, you just kind of mentioned it before, but do you guys think that this receiver group can potentially have that nationally ranked title?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you look at it on paper, we got the best dudes in the country, but I mean, it's not about what I think. We got to go prove it to everybody else in the country. So, I mean, that happens when everybody's watching on big stages in the playoffs and stuff like that, and we got to just get there and then take over the game, and then enough will be said at that point.
I guess Bryant Wesco Jr., I think Coach May was saying he looks different physically. I mean, in what ways does he look different to you than the guy who was here a year ago?
Obviously, coming in, Bryant as a freshman, incredibly talented. I think the ways that Coach Sweeney wanted him to grow was just physically getting bigger and stronger. So I would say the difference is just him being more physical and being able just to, like, if a release doesn't work out, just being able to get strong with the DB and hold his ground and go up and make a play.
How does it feel for you to be the senior leader now in that room?
When I made my decision to come back, it almost didn't feel like real at first, because like I wasn't used to being the oldest guy, and I always had like older people in front of me that I would look up to. But now it's me in the room and on the team, so I kind of miss some of the old guys, but it's a new experience. It's fun. Kind of just reminds me of high school, kind of just being a senior and with your class and just trying to make the last year count.
You sit back in the back of the room and just kind of look at the other guys, younger guys in front of you, and just kind of think, like, okay, I used to be like that, and you know what other guys did and how things have changed. Do you have that happen?
I mean, we definitely are not allowed to sit in the back room as seniors, so we're front row. But I do look back and sometimes think about where I used to sit.
I guess were there any seniors who talk about missing them that you really looked up to and really you model yourself as a leader after it all?
Definitely guys like my locker mate, whatever you want to call it, Barrett Carter was right next to me, so his locker's still there and nobody's in it, and he's been back here a couple of times, so I definitely miss Barrett, RJ, Jake, Marcus, so many guys, man. Just I think we really bonded, and there's like a Sweeney Council that we have, and we just sit down and talk about just ways to improve the team and things we have going on. And you really got a in-depth look at some of the places these guys have come from, everything they've gone through. I feel that was another dude. So, I mean, yeah, I miss them. They come back, and we definitely still have a bond.
What do you see from Adam Randall, his transition from receiver to running back? How do you see him kind of embrace that?
I mean, you put Adam on the field, he's going to give all he has wherever he's at. So, I mean, that wasn't a question for me or any of the coaches. I don't think they knew he was going to give it his all. And, I mean, he's just transitioned well. You know, when Adam has the ball in his hands, he's hard to bring down. He can make you miss, and he's fast. So, I mean, those are some of the best qualities you can have at running back. So he's transitioned flawlessly.
And I know for you and Kate kind of have Jazz Chisholm, Clemson baseball. How cool was that experience for you to hang out with a major league player at Clemson?
Yeah, I'm not too in tune with the MLB, but when I learned about who he was and type of guy he was and where he came from, it was just a blast to be around. He has lots of personality, and he kind of taught me some things, just like without even telling me. Just he's really like, he had so many other things going on besides baseball. So I kind of took that away from that meeting, but yeah.
Last year, talking a lot about how we weren't living up to the wide receiver you thing, and obviously everybody's now more optimistic about it's heading that direction. Like, what do you guys have to do to kind of get to the level you want to? Like, how much more is there to kind of?
There's definitely a lot more to prove. You got to handle success the same way you handle failure. So just whatever anybody's saying, just tune it out and get back to work. Like we were talking about earlier with freshman success, and then not having the same success sophomore year. I gotta really push those guys like Bryant and TJ, just to not fall in the same slump that I did, and they haven't shown any signs of that at all. But just we need them to get where we want to go and to get back that title. So I'm gonna stay on them and stay on myself, and I want them to hold me to that same standard.
Go a couple more for Antonio so we can get to Peter.
Garrett Riley was asked which younger players on this offense have really caught his eye. Has anyone, particularly as you've gone through this spring, been like, man, this guy's a dude?
I like Braden Jacobs. I don't really know too much about O-line or anything like that, but his frame, his size, obviously that's a big thing. I like Gideon. He's shown some flashes as well. I like Quez too. I like all the freshmen, honestly. As a freshman, you're gonna have times where you out there and you might hit a wall, but I mean, every now and then those guys are talented. They're here for a reason. So I just like to see them flash.
What about Gideon stands out when you watch him?
Just his burst and his cuts. I think he's very confident and natural as a ball carrier, as most running backs are. But I mean, he was signed here for a reason, and he was highly recruited around the country, and I think I can see why.
One more for Antonio.
Have fun with it. Did you watch Ole Miss last night?
I watched the end. I saw them lose. Yeah, how much they lose by? It was like 2 or 4 or something.
Points, I think.
Yeah. It was like close though. Yeah. My mom and dad were at the game, so.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.